All right. I believe now we are streaming on on YouTube and through StreamYard. And now, let me see. I think eventually I'll have to pay for this thing. But let me go live on Facebook. Right. So we have changed and we are now on, we have reversed. So you can hear me live on Facebook, but you might not hear Mercy, but I'll be repeating what she's saying. So let me add her back to the call and good, good. Thank you. Sorry for the technical hitch. Um, Hi, Beth. We are now switched back. So we are now live on YouTube and through StreamYard and on Facebook. I'm just here seeming to talk to myself. But anywho, um, I'm fine, Beth. I'm very fine. Um, yes, Mercy is here. Now, welcome, Mercy. I know you don't have much time, so let's get right into it. As I've said, Mercy Murege is our mental health counselor at Malkia Nutrition. And what she does is support our clients with the psychological or psychosocial element that comes with nutrition consultancy. Because we realize people will come to us thinking or or wanting to get help in just in terms of their diet, but even when I give them a meal plan or I talk to them, they have a deeper need, or their need goes deeper beyond the food that they're eating. For example, if someone is a little bit stressed or distressed or depressed, their dietary habits will be different. Then, if someone is happy or hyper or going through a season where they're just feeling so good about everything, they will also tend to overeat. Hi, Mercy Empire. Welcome. So, Mercy, you have your core name. Wait, Anitangwa Nani? That one whose name is similar.
Okay.
Hi, Mercy. Welcome. So, Mercy will go direct into it as I try to figure out how those joining me through YouTube through Facebook can best benefit from the audio aspects of this call. So go ahead, Mercy.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me. And I know we left this conversation hanging the other time, so let's just get right into it. Today we are talking about how your mental health can affect your dietary habits, especially during this festive seasons. When I mean festive, I mean you're going to be merry, you're going to have your friends, you're going out, you have visitors, you're hosting, and everything. So that means this is a different season compared to the rest of the year where you have been cooking just for
Hi,
yourself or
Frida.
your for yourself or just for your family, or if you live alone for the persons that happens during the festive season is it comes with a lot. And when I mean a lot, I mean in the mental health aspect a lot, not just the what you're going to be eating and how you're going to be eating it. First of all, most there are some people who do not like the festive seasons because it reminds themselves of how alone they are. Others don't like it for various reasons because maybe you can't go back home to celebrate with your family. Maybe you're stuck in job. Maybe you're not in a good position financial wise, and we know festive season comes with a lot of spending. So for these myriads of reasons, you find people are affected differently when it comes to the dietary habits because uh, your mental health matters first of all, and it is going to affect every other decision that you're going to be making. So let's look at the things that how mental health can affect you and what you're going to be eating during this season. Let's start with being depressed. I know we are in difficult times financially. We are seeing reports of there is a recession looming. Some companies are already cutting down. The the food price has hiked. It's astronomical, and I know this is casting a heavy burden to the people who are taking care of children, who are taking care of their families, taking care of their relatives. Like basically, everyone is feeling the pinch. And And don't get me wrong, stress is not a bad thing. We have positive stress and we have negative stress. We'll get into it some later day. Types of stress. But yes, you're going to be stressed in a way during this festive season, especially when we look at the financial aspect of it. Now here is the catch. Funnily enough, the more stressed you are, the more you're attracted to comfort food. These are food that makes you happy, and these mostly are junk food that you do not have to cook. I mean, everybody loves pizza, or at least most people love pizza. And this is because at least you don't have to get into the kitchen to cook. You can just sit and order. Remember, I mentioned the financial aspect strain on the mental health that you're having already on this festive season because of how the markets are doing. Like literally everyone is complaining about the monies. And then on top of this, you are craving pizza. So ile stress kidogo yenye you had, yeah, that you do not have the money, and the little money that you have, now you are getting attracted to all these things that are literally asking you to spend money on them because they make you comfortable, they make you feel happy, they make you feel good. And you find you're going to buy this pizza, you're going to buy this junk food, you're going to buy these crisps, you're going to basically indulge yourself because you cannot be able to resist, and because you're having this, okay, you're just there, and you're trying to justify it's been 9 year, it's festive season. I mean, I deserve a treat. I deserve this small treat for myself. So why not? Why don't I order this pizza? So you order the pizza, you order the food, and you spend the money that you spent. And now on top of the guilt of, okay, you have eaten and you're good, and then you realize, oh my god, if I cook today, I would have probably spent like 200, 300 shillings, but I have ended actually spending like 1,500. And like now you are more stressed because you have overspent, like you're way beyond your budget. And that is one aspect of how the mental health and what you're going to eat are going to affect you this season. And we'll come back to it. Then that is the first one is financial aspect. Then we have the food that you're going to eat. Like Jessica mentioned, if you're hyper, you're more attracted to things that make you, I mean, food tamu tamu. If you're feeling low, chances of you skipping the meal are very high. Chances of you just, ignoring that lunchtime imefika, very high. And you find that health wise now you're going to be affected. Literally, we say you're what you eat. The food that you put in your body dictates how you're going to feel, dictates how you're going to be during the day. And when we say you're the food that you eat, we just don't mean like, if you eat junk, you're going to gain weight. If you don't eat junk, you're going to lose weight. No, I mean the type of food that you eat. If you eat healthy food, healthy balanced diet foods, it benefits your brain development. I don't know if you knew that. There are some foods that you eat that can alter your moods. There are some foods that you eat that can leave you feeling weak. There are foods that you eat that gives you energy. I mean, everybody have heard about coffee and how it energizes you, how it gives you, like, how does it do that? It literally alter your brain chemistry. So when you're eating,
Yeah.
be mindful of
The,
what you're eating. Be mindful of what you're eating and what you're putting into your body. Then we have the now the whole family, how the family can be affected during these festive seasons, and your mental health. Let's get down to the treats, eh? And how you want to treat the whole family, how you want to, you're going back to shags. Of course, you have to buy things and show them, like, I have been working out this whole season. And you will get there and you find that maybe your sister, maybe your siblings, maybe your relatives have already arrived. Wao wamekuja na kale kamzigo kao, and then you're looking at your kamzigo and you're like, mm, okay, it's not a competition. It has never been a competition, but we all know this is what runs into our heads. It has never been a competition, but we know this is what runs into our head. And especially if you're having people come over to your homes, kindly be kind to each other. You don't have to show like this person is better. Like, okay, you brought this. Oh my god, I needed this. And overlooking what someone else brought you. Like, can we try to balance things out kindly, because it's going to be affecting us. Yeah, hatutaki kukula this holiday being all gloomy and everything. Yeah. I did say I didn't have like a whole lot of time because I'm doing something else. So I'll try to sum up the relationship between nutrition and mental health at this point. Um, these holiday festivities are going to be there. There is no way that you can avoid them. But as much as they are there, I want you to protect your mental health and remember. Oh, I almost forgot. Do not go shopping hungry. Do not go shopping hungry. Literally, you're going to overspend more money than you would have if you went. This is the most marketing strategy that is already used. Like, ukiingia kwa super, the first thing that you see is food, because the moment that your brain process that you're hungry, you're going to shop, and innate you get this innate desire to fill a void that is not even there. Ama you have never even asked your question, like, mbona ukiingia kwa super unapatana tu na chakula ya kwanza, because your brain now, it creates a need in your body that you need to feel. And we all know about retail therapy. Tunajua retail therapy, how it makes you go to shop. So kindly, if we know the finances mahali ziko, if you're going shopping, kula kwanza kwa nyumba, eat, be full, and then get your basket and go shop, because chances are you'll be able to manage your finances even way better when you're more full, and when you're not tempted thinking, oh, I'm lacking this. Like, it's very easy to give in to impromptu. It's very easy not to give in to impromptu the impromptu shopping, and the things that you do not need. The moment that you're hungry, unaingia tu unaona crips, and your brain is like, we are hungry, we need food, and you start picking things. Or you will pick something that you did not necessarily need. You realize you went for something like unga, kwa sababu haukuwa na unga ya chapati, but before you leave, you have shopped for everything in that supermarket. And then we go back to the cycle of being, oh my god, I shouldn't have spent that much. I shouldn't have used, I didn't even need this. Technically, it's not like you're going to throw it away. You're still going to use it, but still, you get what I'm trying to mean. Yeah? Now the high of shopping has disappeared. Now you're hitting the low, and you're trying to justify to yourself, okay, I didn't have to buy that, but I bought it. Okay, how am I now going to compensate this? And now we get to the nutrition aspect of it. You have already stressed yourself shopping. Now, because you're stressed, you decide, I need a pick me up. I need something to boost my energies. So you snack on something, and then you snack on another thing, and then you snack on another thing, and on another thing, before the end of festive seasons. Oh, you're back to our office. I don't know what happened. I gained like 10 kgs over the holidays. I swear I didn't even eat that much, because we did discuss last the last time that I was here, about how when you're happy, literally the food metabolizes like super fast. But when you eat when you're angry, the food like takes longer before it gets processed in the body, and that's how you actually end up gaining more weight. Even when you're eating like very little amount of food. So as we cross this festive season, yes, I see Mercy saying hungry stomach shopping in January. Yes, after that, that is how it actually literally comes up. You're just there, and you're like, no, you're just fine. It's a cycle, yeah. You If you're not able to balance the two, you end up actually hurting yourself, because it starts with your mind. I need to go shopping, and or I need to eat something, and then you eat something, the something that you wanted to eat, you realize, oh my god, I didn't actually, I'm not exactly hungry, but I'm eating it because it's here. Especially for people who are on dieting this holiday, it is going to be hard. I'm not going to lie to you. This is the hardest month you can be on your weight journey loss, and it will take everything in you to be able to maintain that. Unaingia tu kwa nyumba unapatana na nyama choma, kachumbari, sijui nini, like the whole house is smelling of food, and you have this strict diet that you're supposed to follow through. And please, 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 allow yourself allow yourself a leeway. Okay, I'm not telling you to indulge in everything, but what I'm trying to say is, even if you find yourself that you're backsliding, take a minute and realize, I have where we began is not where we are at now. And at least, just because I gave in and got a treat today doesn't mean I have to give in and get a treat tomorrow, because that is how people do. You're on a diet, and then you indulge one day and you're like, what is the sense anyway? Why am I still doing this? Let me continue. I'll start again in January. No, 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 don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Continue with the dieting. As hard as it is going to be, stick to it. Even if you backslide one day, please don't let that day turn into another and another and another, until to a point where you are now saying, why am I even doing this? Let me just get to this like next year. No, it's those small things, those small steps that you take, that eventually makes the journey worthwhile, and it's what is going to push you. Because being stuck at the same place is not going to change anything. You can give in and you can just decide, what's the use anyway? I have already defeated today. Why do I need to keep trying? It's okay. You try again tomorrow. Try again. You cheat. Try. You cheat. Try. You cheat. Try. Eventually, you make a habit of eating healthy, even with all the temptations that is going to be around you. And something else, we are going to shags, and we are going to be meeting people, and some of these people are not going to understand what you mean that you're dieting. And oh my god, even your friends are going to make fun of you. It happens. I have friends, when I say, oh, I'm on a diet, and they go, again, again, because they know how the cycle goes. It can be very demoralizing, having to explain why you are on a diet, and someone is telling you don't even have kilos to lose. Why do you want? Those you hear about everything. Just understand your end goal. Like, why am I doing this? And do I need to explain to everybody that I cannot eat this because of this? If you don't have necessary to explain to them, okay, you can politely decline without seemingly being rude. You can politely say, I cannot take this and this because of my diet, but you don't have to go into details. And develop a thick skin, because this holiday, and your friends, they'll make fun of you. That's a guarantee. Just don't let it get to you, and don't just give in to temptation because someone said, oh, why are you dieting? You can start next year. And you say, you know what? Actually, this is an idea. Let's start next year. No, let's not do that. Stick to the meal plan that you have gotten from your nutritionist, or if you want a nutritionist, that is what we do. Jessica is here, and I'll be here to basically have your back, remind you that you matter, remind you why you're doing this, and have you. So do not eat when you're stressed. I hope that is clear. Do not eat when you're stressed. Do not go shopping when you're hungry, please, kindly. And when you're happy, do not overeat. And just because the food is there does not mean that you have to eat it. It's okay. You and Chapati can sleep in the same house and wake up tomorrow just fine. Si lazima ziishe zote. Si lazima ziishe zote. You'll be good. Bakisha kidogo the next day. Think that is all I have for today. I have to rush. I'm getting into another call, like right away. But it was really, really good having you.
Thank you so much, Mercy, for being here, for giving us those tips about not eating, especially when you're not shopping when you're hungry, because you're gonna be buying things that you don't necessarily need. And it's true, whenever you're hungry, eat fast, and then go for those shopping things that you might need. And if possible, where possible, have a list that details exactly what you need to buy even after you've eaten, especially during these times, because everything will be. Mercy, it's okay when you're ready. You can just drop off. I really appreciate you coming on board and joining us in this chat. Thank you so much. So when you're hungry or when your moods are either hyper or down or super low, you find that you will tend to get things that are mood lighteners, things that will stimulate the serotonin, the dopamines, the endorphins, and all that. And eventually, you'll find that you have bought those things that you didn't necessarily need. For example, if you are, and especially nowadays, marketing is top notch, where you find that you are thank you, Mercy. You find that you are the shopping mall that you're joining. First and foremost, the first things you see are food, and if it's a convenient place, there's also a place you can sit and eat. So imagine you eat fast and you have gone shopping. So the amount that you had scheduled to use is already reducing. Yeah. Then now you go to the shopping aisles. The shelf that is directly close or directly parallel to your eyes is what they are targeting for you to buy. You find that you find that whenever 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 you see something that is pretty or a food item, you are most probably going to find it around the shelf that is at your eye level. That always happens. That's always what they do. Then if it's not on your eye level, it's somewhere you can also reach it easily. The food items are also somewhere you can reach easily. But the marketing companies also have people like Mercy, psychologists and analysts, social analysts, who are there to make sure they are bringing the product as well presented or as most convenient for at the most convenient time or at the most convenient place for every person to buy that item. Actually, companies pay big money. Yeah, at to that. But I just wanted. Oh, sorry, Marianne. Yeah, I will respond to you in a few. Most companies want to capture your attention. Everyone wants to capture your attention. That's the whole idea. So they'll place their item at the most convenient place. So if you're feeling like you're feeling low, or you're feeling like that that particular day you're not feeling your best, you'll find that you'll find that your product will sorry, you'll find that you're reaching for products that you don't necessarily need. And then eventually what will happen is you will keep buying. Thank you. Hi, Ali. You'll keep buying things that you don't necessarily need. That's what happens. You'll buy things that you don't necessarily need. And eventually, you will end up spending too much of what you had not planned. So, if you are during this festive season, be very keen on your moods, uh, be very keen on what you are trying to achieve, especially if you are shopping. And also, if you are just at home, be very careful to know what you are eating at every particular meal. If you feel like your moods are here and there, just kindly try and, if you can, cook a healthy meal. If you can, order a meal that will actually help you. It will actually help you to feel better, or have like a healthy meal that will actually help you feel better about yourself, but not necessarily putting on the extra weight. Because we always find people who are now coming New Year's goals, is to lose weight. And what happens is that within 21 days, and I can tell you this for sure, most people who have made those goals to lose weight will not have stuck to them, because it's really, really hard. It's really, really hard for you to stick to your goals, especially if you're starting working on your goals at the beginning of the year. It's much better for you, if you have planned to lose weight, to start in the middle of December if you can, and then eventually, when January is rolling up, you already have a routine. You already have done maybe a few days, because the optimal is for you to do at least 21 days before you have, like, that's the time that you need for your body to have gotten used to a routine, for your body to have gotten used to like a regular way of doing things. If it's less than 21 days, you're most likely not to follow through with it. And it's a proven fact. You need 21 days for your body, for your brain, for everything to get used to a routine that you're trying to establish. So if you don't have those 21 days in December, and you're trying to set a new goal for yourself in January, it's not the most convenient time. It is really isn't the most convenient time. It would be better if you started now. You start early if you're planning to lose weight. Start early, and then uh when it comes to your December or your January goals, you're already comfortable with the routine. You're already comfortable with whatever you've been doing. If you have been exercising, if you've been exercising, or if you have been eating clean, it will be much easier for you to continue with that when it comes to January, as opposed to thinking that you'll start everything anew in January. You might have a vision board and everything nice, but it's really, really hard for you to follow through when it's hard for you to follow through on a new thing at the beginning of the year. It would be much easier if you gave yourself a few days during the December holiday to try and pick up a new routine, as opposed to doing that during at the new year. Yeah. So I'm glad for everyone who has been able to join us. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. And this is a conversation that we'll keep having with Mercy, because she's well seasoned, or she's quite well, um what do you say? She's an expert in that field, understanding those psychosocial behaviors and how people behave in certain situations because of the stimuli that is around them. All right.
Yes,
So,
before you leave, let me jump on a little bit. I
okay.
remember that we just mentioned the things that food do affect you and how you are, but I didn't give, and you mentioned again that if you're feeling low, at least make yourself a healthy food that can impact your moods. And I decided to, like, I can jump in a little bit before I leave on things that you should avoid if you're feeling low.
Yeah.
Do not add
Sorry.
on this on feeling low. The foods that you can avoid if you're feeling low, if you're a little
The
bit
foods that,
depressed, if you're feeling low, you have to avoid.
okay.
Think make their moods better, but they actually worsen their moods. We have refined sugar, a lot of sugar, soda, nini, candy. If you're feeling depressed, please do not add on those ones. They're not going to make you more happier. They're actually going to make you more depressed. Food high in fat, in trans fat. That is, we have the likes of pizza, chipo, fast food. All of them, they actually decrease your serotonin levels instead of increasing them. Things like caffeine, coffee. We have alcohol, we have highly processed foods. I know, as much as you feel like these are your comfort food, they do nothing to your brain to comfort you. Actually, what they do is they make you worse. If you're looking for something to boost your moods, if you're feeling low, go for things like spinach, broccoli. Those are loaded with a whole lot of vitamins that are very good for your brain and that improve your moods. Actually, we have healthy fats, we have the fish, we have extra virgin oils, we have the lake of avocado. Actually, if you're feeling bad, just eat avocado and you'll be good. Then we have fruits and the berries. Instead of ordering pizza, why don't you order strawberries instead? And they'll be more helpful to your brain and to your mood rather than pizza is. Then we have nuts and we have fermented food like yogurts, those ones that are actually going to be more beneficial to your healthy gut bacteria than everything else. So kindly, I know when we talk of comfort food, the first thing that comes in your mind is chocolate, pizza, nini, coffee, alcohol. Please do not do that to your moods. It's not going to help you improve your mood even if you're feeling low. Rather than, what it's going to do is it's going to give you a bit of a high, and then you come crashing, and then you want some more, and then it's going to become a whole cycle that you're addicted to, because it gives you a certain high for a certain period of time, and then it drops. Now the issue is, when it drops, it actually drops lower than you are, and now you have a bigger void that you want to fill, and so you're going to end up eating more than you would have eaten, and the cycle just keeps coming bigger and bigger and bigger, and before you know it, you actually have a junk food issue that you cannot even be able to solve on your own. So I hope that is helpful when you're shopping and when you're eating during the holiday festivities. And Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much, Mercy, for helping us to clarify the foods that we ought to avoid during this festive season. Yeah, avocado, broccoli, olive oil, because they give you foods or they are food sources that will help you feel fuller for longer. So you won't be craving the sugar and the junk, and you won't have those highs and lows that will come frequently. Sawa sawa. You find that like within a 2 hour period, you will feel much better if you have eaten something that is wholesome, as opposed to if you ate like a sugar bar or a snack bar or something like that. So if you can, whether you are out at working or you are at home, try and eat some food that is more wholesome whenever your moods are fluctuating. And that way, as you work towards your end year goals or as you work towards your new year goals, you will have much, much better outcomes than if you just sat there and decided that I'm going to have pizza or biscuits or chocolate. I know people love chocolate. I also love chocolate. But it is, yes, it's a comfort food, but just watch yourself such that you don't eat it. You don't eat it when you're feeling low. Sawa sawa. And because what we are looking at is your mental well-being, as well as looking at your nutrition or physical outcomes at the end of it. So you need to have the optimal outcome at the end of the festive season. And we want you to be in you still feel good during the festive season. So the end goal, look at the end goal and ask yourself, will this candy bar really help for me? Will it really help me to achieve my end goal at the end of it? If it won't, kindly go for an option that is much filling. It could even be a fruit, a banana, avocado, mango, anything, a boiled egg, anything that will bring you closer to your health outcome. So thank you very much, guys, for joining us. I really, really appreciate you. If you're joining us from Facebook at Malkia Nutrition, or if you're joining us live on YouTube, we really appreciate. And yeah, we'll be doing this Mondays and Thursdays, hopefully going forward. And then we have video uploads again on Mondays and Tuesdays on the YouTube channel from 2:30 on Monday and then on Tuesday at 11:30. So we do have video uploads and as well as live chats where we can join in and discuss different things from time to time and just get to catch up, get to bring experts on board who can help us discuss different issues that are pertinent or they are important to our health. So I'm going to end it there. Thank you, my YouTube family. Thank you, my Facebook family. See you at 2:30 and do enjoy your afternoon. Thank you so much.